So as everyone knows, you can't censor me, nigga. I know what I'm doing. And Ice Cube has not responded to my outreach. Uh Ados is still attempting to drown out reality. The House had a hearing on reparations this morning, which has adjourned about 5 minutes ago. Successful hearing with opposing views from Larry Older. I think his birth name is Larry Elder, but I call him Larry Older because he's simply older, clearly not elder. So as we move forward in the fight for reparations and the clarity that needs to be had in the movement, Ados complainer, FBA, of course, they don't have much information about it either. So I'm clearly the foremost expert in the reparations movement today. Cam Howard is always on point and clarified a picture in the hearing, uh, giving the man in the picture, a name. His name is Gordon. He fought in the Civil War. You see, we must honor uh, these great ancestors. Understand? Let's praise the Most High at all times. Most High knows what's going on. We are His witnesses in the earth. So we report to the Most High. So when we snitch to the Most High. He sends out His army out to enemies and put things in proper. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna make this brief because I had to report on the hearing that just took place less than 10 minutes ago. And I enjoyed it thoroughly. Reached out to my contact, Mr. Cam Howard of Vancouver. He's the top dog, top diggity dog of Vancouver. The homie, the great uncle. What you're gonna notice is that I'm gonna start attending these hearings and important conversations among the legislature in order to weigh in and contribute to the conversation. There's no one that can stand in my way at all. Especially not no matrimony doctor can't stand in my way at all. There's no way I'm gonna let any one of you clowns try to kill me. Rush Limbaugh is a dead man. He died of lung cancer. And that's why I'm smoking a cigarette in honor of his death. All right, we got that clear. Now, as I was stating, none of you clowns can censor me ever. Uh, I'm a member of over 400, 500 groups on Facebook, the Facebooky. I got all kinds of Instagrammies and Twitties and Bigos and all types of stuff going on. So I'll be all over the place, dropping science, because science is the only way to understand the Most High. Even if you understood science perfectly, you still wouldn't understand the Most High. But what you can understand is the duty that He left us to do, which is to make life thrive as best. That's everyone. That is the only duty of anybody living, is to make life thrive as best as possible. Well, that would have to include your enemies. If your enemy asks you to go 1 mile, go with them 2 miles. If your enemy asks you for a cigarette, give him 2 cigarettes. Or her, whatever you want to deem as your enemy. It's impossible for a woman to be an enemy, but you probably have a few. And so, what else been going on? Uh, I ain't even got a wrap up for the month the full month that's been going on, because I was so excited to see the hearing this morning that I forgot about the entire month before I went live. I don't have no presentation for the entire month wrap up. But what I could do is come back this weekend and give you a month wrap up. You understand? So yeah, Terry, you need to tell Sister Sass to get up with me, because I need her help at the United Nations. She stayed right down the street from the United Nations. All praise to the Most High, Mr. Great Honorable Blue. Okay, so don't be talking about no power to no dark side around these parts, brother. So now, if I have to pick another member to visit the United Nations for me, which could easily be, could have been the ex-New Yorker. What's his name? The smart guy with a Harbinger Ministry, the leader of Harbinger Ministry. He used to live in New York, down the street from the United Nations. He lives in Atlanta now. So that's why I need a New Yorker, a New York contact to go to the United Nations when it's extremely important. And I am paying people to do that. So I know you gave Sass my number. I know the brother, the great brother, Knowledge Born Allah gave Sass my number, but she has not texted me. I guess she think I'm trying to flirt with her or something. So somebody need to tell this lady that I'm a living, serious testimony about and survivor of hits and the survivor of COINTELPRO, Divine Prospect. That's him. He used to live in New York. You know what I'm saying? So I would have recruited him to go to the United Nations, but he lives in Atlanta now. So that's why I need a New Yorker. Okay, so get that lady. Or if y'all know any other New Yorkers that is reparations friendly, that can go to the United Nations and make a particular action happen for me, because I'm in the process of doing something very important. Because the last time Tash went, she came back and reported to us that what she said, she walked into the room, and of course the NOI is there ever present in Black affairs, always present. You see what I'm saying? The NOI, they always there. You niggas ain't never nowhere. You understand? So um, she walked into the room and said, "What's the holdup?" And the United Nations responded to her and said that we don't have you, this people group, designated as a people group. You understand? So that is an important urgency, and the unification of reparation friendly organizations is of utmost urgency as well. However, it's kind of difficult to speak to certain people because my voice is not loud enough. The foremost expert of reparations is not loud enough to reach out to everyone at the same time. So, what needs to happen is we need what we're gonna need is a particular action to happen at the United Nations. I know exactly what to do. So, in the meantime, I mean, I could travel there myself, and but the only way to travel there myself is for smart people to send me some money. It's the only way. Because I'm not gonna pay this. The people gonna pay for their own salvation. According to Hosea 1:11, the people are going to get themselves out of captivity. So I don't have nothing to do with you dummies staying in captivity. You see what I'm saying? I didn't put you in captivity. The Most High put you in captivity. And he said, get yourself out of captivity. According to Hosea 1:11. Let me put that in the chat so y'all can read it for yourself. All right. Yeah, so read this and weep. And then after you finish weeping, understand that you're strong and that you can do anything that you want to do because the Most High gave you the power to do it. Understand? Hosea 1:7 says that the Most High is not going to bring you out with war. There's another prophecy that says that the plagues that was placed on Egypt, a similarity of those plagues are going to happen to Greater Egypt, Egyptian Empire, known as the Roman Empire, also known as Babylonian, also known as all that stuff. So that's worldwide. This is why it's 1 degree in Dallas, Texas, the hottest state in the union. You understand that? So I'm pretty sure you guys heard about that part of reality. That this cold snap is just a continued warning to America. And so the question is, will America repent? When I placed that into the chat of the hearing, the reparations hearing that they had this morning, what's them people name? Let me look. Let me get their name right. Let me get their name right. They need some attention. When I put "Will America Repent?" Melissa Sennett and Malachi P. Boykin laughed their whole face off. And so now that they don't have a face, they can't laugh anymore. So I had to give them a shout out because they needed some attention. All right, so what's that? Possible what? I was saying you throw link. Yeah, you talking about? Okay, so I speak English a little bit. All right, so now you heard the information. Do what you want to, but what you need to do is get involved in your own salvation. Okay, you can deal with your individual salvation. That's great. That's what you're supposed to do. That's a great focus that you need to focus on. Keep the law, statutes, commandments, and perform the prophecies. Everyone in the community ignores the fact that we need to perform the prophecies. That's going to keep you, as a community, enslaved. And that's what you are now. You are a slave. And the majority outside of our community don't know that. So, how in the world are they ever going to be free? You see that? They're not going to even attempt to perform any type of community service to get us out of this captivity. Okay, but you guys are supposed to be the smart guys. So this is why you need to get involved in our salvation. You could say they're going to send many saviors to get us out of this captivity. That's another prophecy. See, the prophecies must be fulfilled by our own willing action. We read it and then we do it. It's the plan of the Most High is foolproof. His word will not come back to him void. uh, I think that's all I want to talk about right at this moment. And so, what you mean? Who I'm talking about? Great Blue. What the fuck you talking about? I guess at that time I was talking about you. Okay, so uh, y'all enjoy your day. Get involved with your own salvation. I mean, community wise, not just your own personal salvation where you just getting money for yourself. Help as many people as you can that you can afford to help, and not. I just got chewed out because all this stuff going on. All right. Now, like I was saying, I think that's about all I want to discuss. But I need every one of you guys to get involved with helping the community. And that means reparations is a big part of that because we're going to come out of this captivity with great substance. And the only way to do that is to demand reparations. And the only way to demand reparations is to get our people designated as a people group. So I'm going to be lobbying that we be designated as Israelites, and then we just go from there. Right now, as it stands, we are designated as not African Americans, but Afro descendants of slaves. I think that's how they got us designated at the United Nations. Afro descendants of slaves, which is asinine and stupid. So if the NOI realizes that we are uh, descendants of Israel, which they clearly don't, then they should be lobbying that we are descendants of Israel. The man named Israel, not the land. The man named Israel. That's what they need to be doing. But they clearly don't. And this is why we need our leaders and survivors of the COINTELPRO to speak up for the community. I'll be back this weekend. Wrap up with the